Very good morning, children. I am Deepa, your physical science teacher from Dr. Besant School. So we have started the revision from previous video onwards, isn't it? To prepare well for your FA1 exams. So we have revised acids, bases and salts chapter in the previous video. I hope you all gone through the lesson and all your doubts are clarified, right? Now, in this video, we are going to revise a chapter, refraction of light at plane surfaces. So, for doing the revision for this chapter, first of all, we should learn what is meant by refraction. Okay, now, what is meant by refraction? The most important thing. You can observe what is meant by refraction? The process of changing speed at an interface when light travels from one medium to another, resulting in a change in direction, is refraction of light. What is meant by refraction? The process of changing speed at an interface of two surfaces where there will be a bend in the light ray. That bending of light ray is called refraction. Why there will be bending of light ray? Suppose this is the interface of two medias and here it is water and here air. Okay, two different media is there, air and water, and this is interface, means the boundary that separates two different media. This is the normal. And suppose if the light ray is passing from air and touching the interface, up to it touches the interface, it goes in a straight path, and when it enters from air to water, the light ray will bend towards the normal. Light ray will bend towards the normal because air is rarer medium, whereas water is denser medium. Speed is more in air compared to water. So air is rarer and water is denser. So the light ray, while entering from rarer medium to denser medium, it will bend towards the normal, in which I is greater than R. I is angle of incidence and R is angle of refraction. Okay, in the same way, interface, normal and two different media, water and air. Suppose the light ray is entering from water to air. The light ray is going from water to air, means from denser medium to rarer medium. If the light ray is passing from denser medium to rarer medium, then the light ray will bend away from the normal. Light ray will bend away from the normal. This is I and this is R, in which I is less than R. Angle of incidence is less than angle of refraction when the light ray passes from denser medium to rarer medium. So instead of going in a straight path, you can see here, instead of going in a straight path, it is the light ray is taking a bend when there is change in the medium. This bending of light ray, when there is change in the medium because of difference in the speed of the light ray, is called, this process is called refraction of light. Next topic is refractive index. Light travels in vacuum. What is the speed of light in vacuum? Speed of light in vacuum is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. Isn't it? So, comparing the speed of light in certain medium, okay, comparing the speed of light in certain medium to the speed of light in, ratio speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in that medium. That is called refractive index, represented with letter N. Refractive index represented with letter N equal to C by V. N is the refractive index, C is the speed of light in vacuum, which its value is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second, and V is the speed of light in medium. in any other medium. So the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in any medium is called refractive index, represented with n, and the formula is n equal to C by V. So the refractive index of glass is 3 by 2. Then the speed of light in glass is, you will find that refractive index of glass is 3 by 2 equal to 3 into 10 power 8 by V, speed of light in glass, which you should find, which it implies V equal to 3 into 10 power 8 into 2 by 3. This 3 by 2 goes, that's it, reciprocal, 2 by 3, 3 cancel. So what you got? 2 into 10 power 8 meters per second. This is speed of light in glass. Am I clear, children? So here he has given a table of refractive indices of different values which you should by heart. Okay, important these values are. And next topic is, and refractive index depends on what factors, very important. The factors on which the refractive index depends is mainly two factors. One is nature of the material and the other one is wavelength of light used. Next one is relative refractive index. What is relative refractive index? It is also ratio of refractive index of one medium to the refractive index of another medium. Relative refractive index is ratio of refractive indices of two different mediums, N2 by N1. You can write like this, N21 equal to N2 by N1, or N12 equal to N1 by N2, where N is the refractive index. So comparing the ratios of refractive indices of two different media is called relative refractive index. Am clear, children? Am I clear? Right. Next lab activity is given, one of the most important 4 marks question. I hope you all understood this one. So finally, to prove that sin I by sin R equal to constant, for that this activity is given. You should take a circle and scale small black painted plant, a semicircular glass disc of thickness nearly 2 centimeters, pencil and laser light. Okay, so using that semicircular glass disc you will place and draw the okay, just you will draw two lines at the middle, one is mm and one is nn. Okay, and normal, nn is mm represents the interface and nn represents the normal, and place a semicircular glass disc so its diameter coincides with the interface line mm. Okay, and its center coincides with point O, and point a laser light along nn in such a way that the light propagates from air to glass through the interface. You understood? First, you using the protractor, you mark the readings surrounding this. Okay, and at this readings place a semicircular glass disc exactly coinciding with mm, and the center coincides with O. Now using pass a laser light through one of the reading such that the light will enter from air to glass. Air is rarer medium and glass is denser medium. Okay, children? And now see that the light is coming out from the glass. At what angle it is coming? Suppose you are passing through 60 degrees from here. Okay, then the light will enter from air into the glass. From glass the light is focusing outside. At what angle it is coming outside you observe. Suppose through 60 degrees you are focusing, the light may come out through 50 degrees because the light ray bend towards the normal when it is entering from rarer medium to denser medium. Okay, so IR values you will note down, then you will note down sin I and sin R values, and then you will do sin I by sin R. Like that you change different angles, 20 degrees, 30 degrees, 40 degrees, and note down the readings. But what you will observe finally is the last column, sin I by sin R will remain constant, which gives the refractive index value of that glass disc which you are using. Clear, children? Next activity. We will take a plastic pro circle like this. Okay, and having the readings like protractor readings, and take two straws, two different colored straws, red and green, and one end of the straws you fix it to the center of the disc, that circular disc. You fix with the nail. Okay, and the other ends you make, they can move freely on the disc. Clear children? Now the green color one you fix at certain angle, some 60 degrees or 70 degrees, you place that green color straw and insert half of the metal disc, circular metal disc into the water, and half of the disc should be above the water. Clear? Now observing that green colored straw which is inside the water from outside. From outside you observe, and this red colored straw you adjust in such a way. Observing the green colored straw, you move the red colored straw such that both the straws will appear to be in a straight line. They will appear to be in a straight line, but when you take outside, now take the disc outside and see, they will not be in a straight line. When in water, half of the disc in water, it appears to be in straight line, but when taken outside, they are not in straight line, which this reading will be more than this 60 degrees, because the light ray is passing from denser medium to rarer medium. So the light ray will bend away from the normal, so its angle will be more. Am I clear, children? That is what this activity. You read the activity, you will understand. And now comes Snell's law, another important law. Law means here formula is important. No need of derivation, but formula is very, very, very important. So what is Snell's law formula, children? The formula for Snell's law is N1 sin I equal to N2 sin R. N1 sin I equal to N2 sin R. This formula is very, very important, where N1 is the refractive index of first medium, sin I is the angle of incidence, N2 is the refractive index of second medium, and R is angle of refraction. Clear? Okay, this is about Snell's law, no need of derivation for you to practice. Okay, children? Next. Our next topic is total internal reflection. Very, very, very important topic. But before going to total internal reflection, first we should discuss about critical angle. So what is meant by critical angle? Very important topic. What is it? It is critical angle. So what is meant by this critical angle? See here, when a light ray is passing here, water, medium is water, and here the medium is air, and this is normal. Okay, children? Now light ray is passing from water to air, means from denser medium to rarer medium. What will happen to the light ray? Suppose, see here, this is the incident ray. Okay, and now what will happen to the refracted ray? Refracted ray will move away from the normal, isn't it? Because the light ray is passing from denser to rarer medium, the refracted ray will bend away from the normal. Now, still increase the incident ray value. Now the incident ray is taken in such a way that the refracted ray is bending away from normal. Now the refracted ray is grazing on the interface. When the light ray passing from denser medium to rarer medium, and when the refracted ray gazes at the interface. When the refracted ray gazes at the interface, okay, then it is called critical angle. This incident angle is called critical angle. Understood, children? Very important definition. When light ray enters from denser medium to rarer medium, then the incident angle at which the angle of refraction is, See, the refracted ray is grazing at the interface means how much is the angle of refraction? The angle of refraction is 90 degrees. So, when a light ray enters from denser medium to rarer medium and the incident angle at which angle of refraction is 90 degrees is called critical angle. That incident angle which making the angle of refraction 90 degrees is called critical angle. I'm clear, children? Am I clear? Good. Now, then what is total internal reflection? Now, suppose here I have taken some 70 degrees. For 70 degrees angle of incidence, I got angle of refraction 90 degrees, which refracted ray is on interface. Okay, now I will take some more. 75 degrees I made the angle, suppose. Example, 75 degrees is the angle of incidence. Now where you will get the refracted ray? When 70 degrees refracted ray into the interface, more than 70 degrees, what will happen? Refracted ray will bend still more and the refracted ray enters into the denser medium only. Refracted ray bend in such a way that it enters into the denser medium. This is called total internal reflection. Means the refracted ray will never enter into rarer medium. It will enter into denser medium only. This phenomenon is called total internal reflection. Now incident ray and reflected ray both are in the same medium, but it is not reflection. Isn't it? Because the it underwent refraction, but it bent in such a way that the refracted ray entered into the same denser medium. This phenomenon is called total internal reflection. Am I clear, children? Good. So very important concepts, critical angle and total internal reflection, and the formula to find the critical angle is sin C equal to 1 by n. Using this we will do many problems. Sin C equal to 1 by n. C is critical angle, n is the refractive index. If critical angle is given, you can find refractive index by using the formula n equal to 1 by sin C. Okay, and if refractive index is given, you can find critical angle by using the formula sin C equal to 1 by n. Next all are simple activities which you can read. Now another important concept is mirage. What is the another important concept? Next concept is mirage. What is mirage? What is a mirage? It is an optical illusion. What is meant by illusion? Illusion means not real. It is false. It appears like that, but not reality. So mirage is an optical illusion where it appears that water has collected on the road at a distant place, but when we get there, we don't find any water. You understood? Mainly in summer season, at the midday when you are traveling on a road, it seems that lot of water is there on the road at long distance. But when you go there near, no water is there. Then what is that appearing like water? That is nothing but image of the sky. What is that appearing like water? That is image of the sky. Why image of the sky is formed there? Because of the concept of TIR. What is TIR, children? Total internal reflection. But how, teacher, total internal reflection is taking place? There are no two different media from earth to sky. Are there different mediums? Are there different media? No, what is there? Only one medium, air is there. Water and all are there in between? No. Then why total internal reflection will take place? It takes place only when there is two different media, right? See here, the air above the earth's surface is hot, isn't it? Whereas going to higher altitudes, the air will be cool. Yes or no? So, cool air and hot air, there will be difference in the densities or not? The difference in the densities will make them to behave as two different mediums, as rarer medium and denser medium. Understood? So, the difference in the densities will create the difference in the refractive indices. When there is difference in the refractive indices, automatically total internal reflection will take place. See, during a hot summer day, air just above the road surface is very hot and the air at higher altitudes is cool. It means the temperature decreases with height. Yes or no? Going to height, the temperature will decreases. As a result, density of air increases with height. We know that refractive index of air increases with density. More refractive index, the speed is less. Thus, the refractive index of air increases with height. So, the cooler air at the top has greater refractive index than hotter air just above the road. So, light travels faster through the thinner hot air than through the cooler denser air. So, the cooler denser air is denser medium and this hot air is rarer medium. Light ray is entering from denser medium to rarer medium, like this, denser to rarer medium, and the sun's rays, which when they are falling in such a way that it undergoes total internal reflection, means from denser medium the incident ray is passing and again the refracted ray is entering into the same medium only. The light ray touching the interface of this cool air and hot air, and again it is entering only into the denser medium and touching the sky, and the image of the sky is falling on the road, which appears like water. This is called mirage. Am I clear, children? Correct. Next, applications of total internal reflection, very, very important. Two applications are given. One is brilliance of diamonds and optical fibers. Why diamond is so precious, so valuable? Because of its shining. How it is getting that shining? Because diamond has very low critical angle. Its critical angle is 24.4 degrees, very important bit. The critical angle of diamond is dash 24.4 degrees. Means if the incident ray is more than 24.4 degrees, then the light ray will undergo total internal reflection. Because of total internal reflection, diamond shines more brightly. Next one is optical fiber. Optical fiber is small, thin, very thin fibers made of glass or plastic having radius about 1 micrometer, which 1 micrometer equal 10 power minus 6 meters. And these pipes are sent because of small radius, light going into it makes nearly glancing incidence on the wall, which it easily undergoes total internal reflection. Okay, so what is the use of this optical fibers? It is used in two ways. One is in medical and another one is in communication. In medical, this pipe is sent through the stomach to observe any ulcers or any problem in the intestine. Okay, that light is passed, that light will undergo total internal reflection and the image of the organs are seen on the computer screen, monitor. Okay, that is one in medical, and the other one is in communication purpose. 2000 telephone signals approximately mixed with light waves may be simultaneously transmitted through a typical optical fiber, and this will be more clarity than normal signals. Clear? Now coming to our last topic, very, very, very important essay question. Refraction through a glass slab. Diffraction through a glass slab. Okay, see here, this activity, lab activity, very important. You should prepare this, a simple activity, you will understand clearly. Okay, children, we will take a glass slab. Glass slab will be like this. Okay, like a cuboid shape it will be. Now, what you should do, on a chart or on a drawing board, you fix a white chart and place that glass slab at the middle of the chart and draw the boundaries of that glass slab, which you will get like a rectangle shape. Okay, children, now name the edges as A, B, C, D. Now take one of the longer edge and draw a normal for CD. Okay, and now making certain angle with this normal. Let us consider an angle of 30 degrees. with the normal, making an angle of 30 degrees using the protractor. Draw an angle. Okay, children. Now fix two pins on this. This ray is called incident ray. Fix two pins on this incident ray. Okay. Now observing from the other side AB. Observing from the other side AB, you observe these two pins. Okay, from this side you should observe these two pins and fix two more pins such that all the four pins will appear to be in a straight line. Am I clear, children? You are understanding? From this side you observe these two pins which you have fixed on the incident ray. Seeing these two pins from the other side, fix two more pins on the other side such that all the four pins will appear to be in a straight line. Once you fix the pins, you should place a glass slab. Once you fix the two pins here, place the glass slab touching the boundaries. Then observe these two pins from the other side through the glass slab and fix two more pins to the other side. Now remove the glass slab. Okay, joining these two pins to the side AB. Join these two pins to the side AB. Draw a line. Okay, where it is touching AB, here you draw a normal. You draw a normal here, which this ray is called emergent ray. This is the ray which came out from the glass slab. This is called emergent ray, and you can join these two rays inside, which it is called refracted ray. Inside the glass slab, you will get a refracted ray. This is incident ray. So three rays you will get. One is from air that is entering into the glass, that is incident ray, and the ray which is inside the glass touching the two sides CD and AB, that is refracted ray, and the ray which emerged out from the glass slab, which came out from the glass slab, is the emergent ray. And here you will find that angle of incidence is equal to angle of emergence. Both the angles will be equal because this AB and CD are parallel to each other. So this both angles will be equal. This is our activity. Understood? Then in this activity another important question is there. What is meant by shift? What is meant by shift? Very important question, short answer. What is meant by shift? Can you tell what is shift? The distance between the two parallel rays. Which are the two parallel rays? Incident ray and emergent ray are parallel rays, and the distance between these two parallel rays is called shift. Clear? Now the last activity, to find the refractive index of a glass slab. The last activity the same. We will take a glass slab, measure the thickness of the slab. First you should measure the thickness of the slab using a device. We can use vernier calipers for measuring the thickness of the slab, and note it in your notebook. Take a white chart and fix it on a table. Take the slab and place it in the middle of the chart. Draw its boundary like this. Now remove the slab from its place. The lines form a rectangle. Now name the vertices as A, B, C and D. Take a pin, place it at a point P in such a way that its length is parallel to AB on the perpendicular line at a distance of 15 centimeters from the slab. See, all you will draw like this only. Do. You named them as A, B, C, D. Fix a pin P from the glass slab at a distance of 15 centimeters. Okay. And now take another pin, and by looking at the first pin from the other side of the slab, try to place the pin so that it forms a straight line with the first pin. Now taking another pin, observe from this side. Again place the glass slab here. Okay. And observing from the other side AB. Take another pin Q and fix it. By observing from AB, you fix the other pin Q such that both will be at the straight line. Both seems to be in a straight line. Now remove the slab and observe the positions of the pins. Are they in same line or not? They will lie in the same line. Now draw a perpendicular line from the second pin to the line on which first pin is placed. Call the intersection point Q. Find the distance between P and Q. Now draw a line joining this P and Q and find the distance between this P and Q, which is called as vertical shift. What you call it as vertical shift. To find this vertical shift only we have done this activity. What for vertical shift? To find the refractive index of a slab. So refractive index of slab equal to formula thickness of slab by thickness of slab minus vertical shift. Thickness of slab by thickness of slab minus vertical shift. You will get this vertical shift value by doing this activity, and thickness of the slab we will find using a device called vernier calipers. Like this we can find the refractive index of glass slab. Am I clear, children? This is our chapter refraction of light at plane surfaces. So you will go through the full lesson and fill all this objective part and go through the workbook also. Okay? Next video, next chapter we will do revision. Thank you.